Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last parts, we headed off to Umor where we learned some very disturbing information. We learned about the truth of Vothri and his so-called paradise was built on a foundation of lies. He turns out he's a sin eater, and he made off and plucked a mountain from the earth and now is suspending it into the heavens above. We gotta figure out how to get up there. We got an old ladder working, so we're now at the upper portions of Kolisha. So yeah, we're at a village where we met our old Tristal painter buddy that we saved a long while back. So let's see if we can't get some information about how to get up to Mount Gulg, shall we? Yeah, another hapless soul that Alphinaud saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Tess and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Uh-oh? Very well then. Just take care out there. Alright. There's an old abandoned little set of houses up here. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you'll be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. Alright. Destination. Alright. Any more sin eaters around here that need to be exterminated? Not interested. Alright, so how are we getting up there? Huh.
無事でよかった。こっちは何度か積み食いに襲われたから、あなたの方もじゃないかって心配したわ。
Yep, so did I.
やっぱりそっちにも積み食いか。アミティのあたりでは平気だったから、グルグ火山に近づくほどって感じかしら。あの山、近くで見ると一段と高く見えるわね。あそこがバウスリーの根城になってるなら、手先として積み食いを呼び集めてるのは間違いない。地上にいる私たちまで目ざとく見つけてくるあたり、かなりの数が防衛に当たってるんだわ。 登った時にはどうなることか。って言っても登り方から考えないといけないみたい。こうして近くから見ても伝っていけそうな場所もないし、ヤシトラの懸念はもっともだけど、こうなったら飛空艇を使うしかないかしら。
What in the world?
ああ、ここにいらっしゃいましたか。アルフィノ様がご心配なさっていましたよ。
フリーエンジェン、それに水晶湖？あなたどうしてここに？
最終決戦くらいは自分の目で見届けたいと思ってね。先発のあなた方は去った後だったが、大昇降機の下でウリエンジェたちと合流したのだ。それよりもご覧。
Oh, look at all those sin eaters. There's a lot of them. That didn't last long at all.
Naruhodo. やっぱり空からの接近は厳しそうね。翼がある積み食いを相手に空中戦じゃ、いくら私たちでも勝ち目が薄いわ。
それが分かってよかった。あの兵器は島内から持ち出した貴重な遺物。収穫もなく潰されたのでは面目ない。
おお、そういうこと。私たちを探しがてらあなたたちも調査に来てたのね。
これで陸路はなく空路も危険であると判明しました。一度皆さんと合流し対策を練りましょう。皇族組もすでにトップラングに到着しています。アルフィノ様にもそちらに戻っていただいたので、我々も参りましょう。
Well, so much for flying, I guess. So what? How else are we gonna get up there? It's not like we can teleport. There's no ether right up there to attune to. Well, doesn't matter because there's no ether up there in general. So. Wonder how they plan on fixing this little problem. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gold. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together.
Naruhodo. 地上からの道はなし。飛んでいこうにも積み食いとの空中戦か。
飛行可能なアマロを借りることはできるが、何の訓練もなしに積み食いと戦うのは いかにも分が悪い。ユールモアの飛空艇にしても輸送用だから戦いには不向きだ。シドがいてくれたら改造という手もあったのだろうが。
まあなんだか大変そうだわ。お山が地面に戻ってくれればいいのにね。
おい、邪魔しちゃダメだろう。私たちは昇降機を稼働させた記念に乗ってきただけの一般人。もう十分堪能したし、そろそろ下に。
あ、
ご婦人の意見ありかもしれないわ。当然だけど山が戻ってくれることはないでしょう。でも山と地上を再度つなげることなら可能じゃないかしら。
no, yeah, that's how you do that.
例えばそうね、とてつもなく巨大で頑丈なタロースを作って山に取り付いてもらうとか。
That's quite a
と
task.
ても斬新な案です。タロースの形状を工夫すれば、その体を伝って飛ばずともグルグ火山に突入できる。
そんなの無理だ。あの山に届くタロースだなんて前代未聞の大きさではないか。組み立ては超難解。設計だけでもどれだけ。いや、取り付くだけという単純な動作しか仕込まないなら、とにかく構造の維持を優先させればいいだけか。長距離の移動も念頭に置かず、基本的に設置させておくなら、問題の組み立ても材料もだいぶ簡略に。いやいやいやいや、何にせよ作業にあたって多くの人手が必要になる。下で手伝っていた連中を呼んできたとしても途方もない時間がかかるぞ。
へえ、問題は人手だけなんだ。どんな人が必要か言ってみなさいよ。
それはまずタロースの体となる石材を用意するものだ。石材は外から運んでくるのでなく、グルグ火山周辺の岩山をひたすら切り崩しておけばいい。作業としては単純だが、とにかく人数がいる。
それならアムアレーンの鉱山から採掘士たちを集めてこよう。幸い当てがある。
そっちがアンバーヒルを回ってくれるなら、私はモルドスークに行くわ。きっと力を貸してもらえると思う。
では私はコルシア島の各地を訪ねてみよう。力自慢の漁師や大工はもちろん、ユールモアに集う多彩な人々にも活躍の場がありそうだ。
必要な人はそれだけですか？
当然軌道に際して魔力を注ぐ者もいる。これもかなりの人数を揃えなければならないぞ。
夜の民には魔法に覚えがある子が大勢いるわ。行って声をかけてきましょう。
魔法ならば妖精たちも得意としますが、いたずらをせず人と同調して作業するというのは彼らにとって至難の業。しかれば私はクリスタリウムに向かい人材を募ってきたいと思いますが、よろしいですか？
ああ、もちろんだ。アマルやチョコボも自由に活用してくれ。
待て待て待て。ユールモアやクリスタリウムの民だけじゃなく、夜の民にモルド族、あの採掘士たちもだって。まさかそんな。 ノルブラントに住む人のほとんど全てではないか。それほどの縁を持つなんて、お前たちは一体何者なんだ。
The R's outnoted and his assistants. Let's go with that. That's
そうよ、あなた忘れちゃったの？最初にご挨拶していただいたじゃない。
いや、多分あれはそういうことでなくてな。
ではミスター・チャイ、あなたはタロースの設計を進めておいてくださるかしら。頼むわよ、ダイダロス社の跡取りさん。
poor guy.
必ず皆さんをお連れしますね。行ってきます。
All right. What about me? What am I gonna do?
さて、そうなると私たちは設計の補佐ということになりそうだな。
Huh. Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of the locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. What? A village of Uemoran exiles? But those people have every reason to love a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. This'll never work. Never! I should never fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have written it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Oh dear. Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he hasn't hit him, Cecila. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. Bit of advice learned from his mother. He responds poorly to Aue's praise. You need to find some way to stroke the fire of his motivation. Awaken his sense of daring. Alright. So, avoid words of obvious praise. This is a duty. Alright, he's plagued with self-doubt. Can't do it. No one can. A talent of that size. No one's even dreamed of it. Alpha no one struggled to collect firewood. Huh? He did, but he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. Oh shit, I skipped it. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not bally likely to give it. Trissel's among them. You said so yourself, lest you forgot when you essentially sent him to his death. And if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. You don't want to apologize. I'll come with you. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. Oh boy. Definitely not that one, so... Oh, shoot. Let's go with this one. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together. And if they hurl stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous talent is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. But even if by some miracle the people of Amidia will be willing to let bygones be bygones, they think the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmore. We delivered a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. I mean, that's kind of true. Well, now to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim, such strategy would indeed be considered absurd. Yet you succeeded in, it's not in spite of, but because of it. Our own strategy may likewise seem absurd, but maybe, just maybe, it stands a better chance of success for it. Be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. I imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Vothray and only succeed in provoking him, and his fury may well unleash his hordes of eaters and will meet a horrible end. We could build a talos for battle. I've thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid talos can't contend with sin eaters. If they could, I would never have come to Yulmore. Nonetheless, I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. Alright, he's motivated. Look at him go. Yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to a meeting and speak to the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going to. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Come on, guy. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead, and that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Huh. Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friend can attest to that. Countless times they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of a desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling. Like the old days, I would be the first to see your talos. And you shall be, my dear. I'll have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Mitty. That's why I love these two. Those are my two. Like I mentioned before, those are my two favorite NPCs of this game. I'm glad my words have struck a chord, shall we? Not including the Scions and some other NPCs. Those two are probably my favorites. Some of my top favorites. They're an odd bunch, to say the least. But they're funny. Tristal, guess what? Guess who I brought? You! You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gold by means of a talus of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I can't do this alone without the cooperation of those intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignore our desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask my cooperation? You have every right to be upset. Father is not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I saw a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of our brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends in Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll see to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with the help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of talus building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Alright, the man's fired up. Ah, Wicked White! Is there a problem? You see, I promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot one other important item needed to bring a talus to life. The heart. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with talus. So while working the design, I must be obliged if you could see to procuring the ore which to fashion a heart. A heart suit will bring to life a talus that shall embrace the very firmament. Good luck! We had to go through the hoops to get the last one. If you seek material for the talus's heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They are the Thulls, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you'd explain your situation, I'm sure they'd be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the sacred tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Thulls at their village in the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamo, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lolly-ho. Permit me to join you, Cecil. I'll keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to you two then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. Alright, off to Tomra. So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Lolly ho! I'm reminded of Final Fantasy IX. Lolly ho! What sort of excuse for greeting was that? Where's your heart, lass? Your stones! Come, let's try it again. It's like Final Fantasy 9 all over again. Alright. Alright. It's your turn, XR. Not bad, not bad. But there's room for improvement. Any road, now that you've observed your common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thal family. May we speak with Chief Zemo? Yeah, why, yes you may. I am Zemo, and I bid you welcome to Talmora. If it's the folk of Amity who sent you here, you have quite the tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Well, and here I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us too. If I let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy, by means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down to the line of Thal. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Really? You can just tell me here and now? It's a big hammer that guy's wielding. Listen well. As you know, we're mine folk, and in the mine life, danger's a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial that tests the 3 traits that all good miners can't do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look on my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves helms which are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Alright, got a helmet with horns and a feather on top. Molly Ho, you must be the child of the chief mentioned. I'll show you the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner, you can use the slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with the spot of practice, eh? Alright. Oh, what is this? Hit the dwarf. Nice shooting, keep up with the actual trial, eh? Oh boy. It's like a whack-a-mole. Aye, that's the way. Next time it's a trial for true. Let me know when you're ready. I'm here to play whack-a-mole. Or whack-a-dwarf. Or shoot-a-dwarf, I should say. Good lord. They just keep popping out the same spot? Well done, a fine show of discernment and dexterity. That's never really much dexterity, I just camped the spot that you would come out of. Well done, well done. The child never lies, you've got what it takes to be a miner. Run along to the chief now, and get on with putting an end to all this strangeness of late. And that's it? I shoot one dwarf and I'm an instant miner? Jeez! That was some impressive shooting, lass. Consider me satisfied. Aye, 'tis plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek. Did you know that Kalicia's rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times, and every so often the substandard veins yield what's called earth seed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was we used to refine the earth seed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look, and no place is surer than Durgar's tool. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rivals, the Gogs. Greedy saw to claim the place is theirs and refuses to let any other bugger near. Oh, there was never a more odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless horsens, but then we'd be here forever and that won't get us anywhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earth Seed, you gotta deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up to the challenge? Good. We've dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You, Korut? I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the ears had flocked to Mount Gog, but I didn't know why. To think the last Lightworn's hiding up there. The fate of Kalisha. No, the world hangs in the balance. That can be some help. That I want to be a part. I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here is Korut. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with the pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of a battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting on it. All he needed to do was dig, you'd be your dwarf, but he's liable to become a Sinier's breakfast before he can even manage a swing. It's true. I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please let me go with you. I take care of you, you take care of the Yor. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Korut, far be it for me to stop you. Keep him safe, though, will you? Well, most certainly encounter Siniers along the way. Though, with you in our company, there'll be more of a spectacle than a concern. The Durgar's tool lies in a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. Alright. What keeps the road and head east? I'm in your hands. It seems we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for Siniers. Like there? Ah, Siniers! Speak of the devils. So the one on the left is yours. See that Korut comes to no harm. What? How? Amazing, you two are really strong. May interest you to know that Cecil's a great hero in the land in which she hails. Some say the greatest. Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell us, Cecil. Oh, don't you? That she does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have her regale once our work is done. I can't wait. Ah, more of them! Stay behind us, Korut. But they're behind us too! Cecil, focus on the enemy. I'll protect our charge. Alright. Phew, I don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. Sus is a team unto herself. I merely follow her lead. Well, it looks like you've been doing this for years to me. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway? Well, there's even more of them. This is too close to admitting for comfort. Let's finish them off quickly. Should move on. Concentrate on the ones come from Kourou. I'll see to the rest. Hurry, this way! Much further to the cave. Not far, it's just past this rise. I believe I see it. Again? Appears we are surrounded. Fortunately, I have a little trick for such occasions. Cessla, draw them in. Star shower! 'Tis done. Let us press on. Right. Blah! It's just as we're about to get there. One last push then. Shall we, Cessla? Oh sure, Kourou. Give the ears everything you have. Not good. Quickly, spread out. Whoa, it's massive! Appears to be a commotion to this one out. Sessa, time to bring all to bear. Yeah, not now. Oh! I think not. Your tail will not end here. Die! Oversized chimera? Or whatever you're supposed to be. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more seniors come. Right, follow me please. It'll take you to the Durgar's tool where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Is there anything curious in here? Not really. All right. It's a terrain and stench indication we're at the tool. Ah, there. The Gogs with their ugly, unkempt beards. They realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Koru. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I will not resort to violence unless necessary. I'll use an enchantment to render you invisible. I'll not fool the sin eaters, but it'll suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you can find us the Earthseed? Aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. We'll be much obliged. Without further ado then. I can see right through me. Right, a digging we go will go. But it's not idle either. Though Koru can't be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few gogs from the field. To that end, string powder. As you may recall, we used it for a rescue mission at Laxon Loft. We used it in Ilmore too. Truly? Seems our alchemist got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful to our endeavors, I shall have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you may steal close to the doors and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek through their beds. Say the word and I'll cast the enchantment. I'm all ready to go. Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending to all the doors, return to me and I'll cast it anew. 2 minutes? I got plenty of time. I can barely keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. So drowsy. Not safe to work when drowsy. Better get some sleep. No work and no ale makes something to something, and I'm spent. All the doors have taken to leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all we can. Must wait Koru's return. I'm back. And this is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go dig up some more? I dare say it'll suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Koru. Let us hurry back to... You alright? Are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. As long as I have been away from the Crystarion, a little weakness is to be expected. I may also have overexerted myself in the moment. To have this rare opportunity yet be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? Uh-oh. That's Glag, the chief of Glagogs. You're one of the Thulls. I see. Or it was our minds are coming back drowsy one at the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thull scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are so soft and luscious and smell like freshly taped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp. Better a hobgoblin's hit nose hairs than the feeble floppy things you Thulls have hanging from your faces. Oh. Like oil and water. This is not like the end of its own accord. There's also a deeper chance of some dream powder left. But this is beginning to get interesting. Given that put now, let's hurry along. Not to put an end to this. Then let's put it to use and be on our way. Though something tells me we've not seen the last of their bickering. What the swiving? And he's down with the count. Forgive me, Koru, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry, it's just when it comes to the gogs, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You're here on our account. We have naught but gratitude to you. Now that we haven't what we came here for, however, it's time we take our leave. The talus awaits its heart. Poor Glag. Well, my friend, as much as I've enjoyed our time together, I think it's best we split up. Then we might accomplish our tasks more swiftly. I shall see the Earth Sand safely in the hands of the Chinese. While I'm less employed, would you be so good as to deliver Koru back to Tomura? My thanks, Cecil. Brief though it was, 'twas an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in a midi. Alright, back to Tomura we go. There's one current quest, and there's the other one. Sweet. Lolly Ho, glad you're back and in one piece. How did you fare with the Earth Sand then? I got them all they needed. The excerpt's on his way doing a mini with it right now. Good to hear that young Koru was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward when you were gone saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a talos, we reckoned we'd be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at top rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? So many side quests. So many side quests. I can't remember if any side quests pop up around over here in the Gogs' village. I'm pretty sure there are. I don't know why. I don't know why there wouldn't be any. Look, Cecil, people from all over come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Thanker and Reen and Recruiter are being escorted to the worksite, and by both Crystarium and Yulmoran soldiers, no less. As you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far. Pickaxes from the dwarves? Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them to everyone so they can get to work. We're ready to do our bits, Cessa. We just need tools to do it. There you go. Pickaxes, loads of them. Now we all work to our heart's content. While I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I'll gladly use it for the sake of peace. We got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, no talents we can't build. I still haven't repaid you an Alpha for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't going to stop me from trying. I'm going with you to the end. Come on, you lot, look lively. Here comes Tesla. In case you're wondering, Goth John is here too. I couldn't wait to start breaking rocks though, so he's gone ahead. He could at least just left us a spare set of tools. There you go. Ah, wonderful. Now it can be about it too. Quarrying isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, Faith? I thought you brought your own tools. I did, and I was about to head off when I saw Jarek. Oh gods, as this plan works and Giant Talus comes to life. I just imagine the size of the trolley I could push. Imagine it. This guy's obsessed with trolleys. Are you still raving on about that? How many times do I have to tell you? That's not what the Talus is for. Where the 7 hells of tracks even go? There's bound to be somewhere. You just need a little imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks is involved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough, we're going to work. And if I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushed in one yourself. The guy's obsessed. The trolley maniac. Long time no see, traveler. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? Nope, I couldn't deliver yours. Oh, you clearly were. Now that are we. Rest assured, we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought you some tasty worms to share. No thanks. As much as we would enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best served for afterwards. Greetings, Tesla. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carriers from at the inn at Journey's Head. Oh, I remember you. After night returned to Amarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. I can't express what I did to move to the place. We were still celebrating, and days later, when one who should come along but Alize. She said she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some few carriers had to remain behind us, but many of us came as could be spared. I too have a great respect for the Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them to a nice plump worm. It's kind of funny that they're talking to the Warrior of Darkness and they don't know it. My thanks, Tesla. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to Sentinels after all the trouble we've gone to. Right, let's see that this plan is a resounding success, for the sake of all of Norvrandt. Well, my friend, it appears we're the only ones left here. If you have no pressing tasks, would you accompany the committee? There, your still is overseeing those who imbue the Talus magics. Come, let's join them at once. Alright, and away we go. I kind of wanted to get to the dungeon before I actually did the side quests, but this part's getting a little bit long, so I'll probably do 2 more quests and end it. Good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have got ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing the design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You heard along as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I've ever overseen. And I haven't even spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. As so that thou hast proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths, abiding by proven methodology to ensure the integrity of thy design. Aye, well, it's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention that the Exarch delivered the ore I asked for. Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness. Or so I'd like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talos, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate ether throughout the chassis. But given the unprecedented proportions at which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing a smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a stable ether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it to procure more, I suppose. Runar, mayhap now is a good time to bring them out. A moment, friends. There's something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are, the most prized possessions of we of the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in moderate water imbued with fervent repair, these stones harbor no small amount of magic, and we may imbue them with yet more prior to their installation into Talos. What think you? Being from a different region, these cannot be used for the main heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent. When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we are to play, the heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult with my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to this sunless sea. But we have now beheld the sunless sea with our own very own eyes, and by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is a peace beyond. Thus, we are also at peace. If our heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the heartstones. And Sessa, for good luck, may I ask you to imbue one as well? Why me? Fine. Rest assured, it's not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when tuning into an etherite. Imbue the jade-colored stone here, if you'd be so kind. The familiar-looking heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do. Thank you, Cecila. This heartstone appears familiar is because it belonged to Todaya. Oh. It bears the collective hope of the Knights Blessed, the hope that none shall ever be sacrificed to sin eaters. Right, I've identified the spots in the Talos where the stones were now needed. See that they're amply imbued and then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the Talos awakens and the way to Mount Gulg is secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, but so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Orianger. You said you had measures ready in the event our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require relieth in this land. So, He's secretive. So I doubt he's gonna tell us the plan. No, let's just go with I trust you. But I swear to thee that thy trust is not misplaced. As ardently as I pray for the preservation of this world, so too do I pray for thy safety. So rest easy, my friend, and take thee with such ease as thou mayest. Then better be ready for the trials to come. I'm told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready, all cored and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Norvrandt for this endeavor. It's a remarkable feat in itself, but will it be enough? God, there's no point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go to rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the XIV should be in the tavern. Why don't you go join them? Oh, and Cecila? Thank you. You're so welcome, buddy. The XIV? He went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. He kept me company for a short while, but then he came rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. I do hope he's alright. Alright, guy, what are you doing? Wait, why is this a question mark? Or plus mark? Wait, where's the plus mark? What are you doing? There's like 3 plus marks. Hello? I think one of them in the village is to unlock the last beast tribe. This place? Yeah, because only 2 of them should have the ether current quest. This is an obvious spot. He's obviously way up here. There he is. You're right, you don't look so good.
すまない。寝ぼけていたようだ。どうも体に力が入らなくなってね。少し風に当たって休もうとしたのだが、眠ってしまったらしい。申し訳ない。前にも話したことがあったと思うが、私はクリスタルタワーから離れると体調を崩すのだ。いや、これは体調と言っていいものか。私はすでに人の身ではないのだから。まだクリスタリウムの町もなかった頃、この世界を救う方法を考えていた私は、どうあれ長い時間がかかると結論付けた。そこで自身を塔の一部にすることで果てない命を得たのだ。今の私は塔の端末でしかない。だから遠く離れていると不調をきたすというわけだ。ここまでとても長かった。だがあなた方のおかげで終わりは近い。やっと願いが叶う。タロースの準備は つがなく進んでいるだろうか。そうか、最後の休憩なのだな。それならよければ少し話さないか。あなたはこの戦いが終わったらどうする？何かやりたいことは？
Settle matters with the Empire. We're still have to deal with that. As much as I like the rest for a while.
確かに第8零祭の可能性を排除してもその戦争自体が止まるわけではないからな。しかし全くよどみなく断言するとは、こういう人を英雄と呼ぶのだと何度でも思うよ。きっとどんな未来を選んでもあなたなら平気だろう。道を開くだけの強さを持っているし、それにあなたに助けられた人たちが大勢いる。彼らは決してそのことを忘れない。あなたが困難を前にして己の行いを無価値に感じた時には彼らが声を上げるだろう。嬉しかった、優しさに救われた、今でも感謝していると。それらはいつかつながってあなたの歩んだ道を肯定する。だから大丈夫だ。
What will you do when this is over?
これが終わったら、そうだな。以前私には救いたい人がいると言っただろう。あの人は今も生きているが、とても特別な事情があって私は彼女と正面から向き合えない。それは仕方がないことだと理解しているがね。あの人は私にとって一番憧れの英雄なんだ。叶うならば気兼ねなく話がしたい。あちらが旅の話をしてくれたら私もノルブラントを救うまでの話をしよう。私もそれなりに尽力したつもりだが、なんといっても最終的に活躍したのはあなただ。学校はつかないかもしれないな。そしてあの人に次の旅についての計画を聞く。そこに私も加わることになっていたらどれほど嬉しいだろう。大地をかけて海を渡り、時には悠久の風に乗って空へ。なんて眩しい遥かな夢だ。さて、何はともあれ最後の決戦に勝たなくては。必ず全てを成し遂げてみせる。この手に託されてきた人々の願いを叶えるために。希望を抱いて私を目覚めさせた彼らのためにも。ありがとう。話せて楽しかった。アミティに戻るとしよう。
No, go away! Damn bomb. Worry not, my friend. I am much revived for the fresh air, and your fine company, of course. Now, let's turn our thoughts to the task at hand. Meanwhile, oh, what's going on here? Your Radiance, I have taken the liberty of quashing the vile rumors that your heir is possessed by a devil. With the nation in the grip of war, we may rely on patriotic zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emmett Selk? He has taken himself to the first to usher that world into its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of his mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even to those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I am no stranger to his ways. He joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I been convinced I was acting in my own volition, only to discover it all as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, did contain one item of interest. You have doubtless wondered why the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have not taken the field of late. It's because they are no longer in the Source. A hero of the Scions has journeyed to the First, as have her comrades, albeit incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the Source. This presents an opportunity. If we can defeat the Alliance prior to the Scions' return, we may eliminate their order at a stroke. And with the Scions gone, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon her homecoming. Which, lest you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective. Of both of our objectives. Through Hydaelyn's meddling, her champions threaten to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at risk of being dragged down the false path. One which will never see the man reclaim his true form. It is unthinkable that he should supplant us, incomplete as he is. Such a devolution is abhorrent, and it must be stopped before it is too late. The hour has come, your Radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? Seize a victory that is yours and yours alone, for the future of Garlemald. Oh dear, you do wear the mummer's motley well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. Oh, it's the real Xenos. He's back. The whereabouts of my one true friend, however, they interest me greatly. I do but hope the beasts of this first are providing her proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos. Or would you rather I called you Eldibus? Unexpected. Most unexpected. That immortality should be within the reach of one with a borrowed echo. You have outdone yourself, Xenos VI Galvus. I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I cannot enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Your secrets or my flesh? I cannot which you give me first. The choice is yours. Ooh. Showdown! Alright. This is a good place to stop. So when we come back, we will talk to Chinese. Hopefully the Talus, looks like the Talus is going to be up and ready to go. Where we can actually make our trek to the mountains. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.